5, and she is from Germany, as you know or may not. We have few questions for you. Well, first of all, what happens to your costumes after conventions and exhibitions?
Oh, well, actually most of them I still have. I sold one costume once because I needed money to move, but in general I store them and I still wear them.
And once you told that during your first photo shoot you felt like useless piece of warbler and foam under spotlight. And how have you overcome your fear and learned how to perform?
Well, learning how to perform. I was doing theater for years before I started cosplaying, and I think when you start with cosplay and you already created your costume, you just have to get throw these thinkings away that you might. No, can I start again? Sorry.
Sure, of course, yeah.
Sorry. Okay. Can you repeat the question, please?
Of course.
Sorry.
No worries.
I was like lost in the middle, and then okay.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Come on. We're enjoying time. Yes. So
Good thing is that you don't see that I'm blushing because I have so much makeup on.
I also have makeup, so I would also like. All right. Let's go.
Okay.
So let's go one more time. So the whole question. Once you told that during the very first photo shoot you felt like useless piece of painted warbler and foam, how have you overcome your fears and how have you learned how to perform on stage?
Okay, so it makes it easier every time you work with someone who is already a very professional, like photographer, or someone who can teach you something about acting. For example, when you're visiting theater classes, I did once, and also it's nice to have some references from the internet how to pose and how to get have more confidence. And this works when you're doing photo shoots, but it also works on stage. Also, it's always good to watch other performances.
And what's cosplay for you? Is it more art or craft?
For me, it's more art. But for me personal, I think in general, a lot of people doing cosplay, it's more about the crafting. And I do love the crafting as well, but I think for me it's more kind of art thing, because my costumes are, when you look very closely, they are more like paintings and not so much like very amazing pieces of hard work, more art, I guess.
And let's talk about more this topic. You first been to BlizzCon, if I'm not mistaken, in 2015. And what part WoW community plays on your creative development?
Well, I never flew to BlizzCon. I've never been there. I just went to Gamescom in Germany, which is super close to me, but I've never been to BlizzCon. You can rephrase your question if you want to.
Yeah, let's do it again. I think we got somewhere another
No, I've never been to
misclick or
BlizzCon.
something.
I would love to, but I cannot afford it.
Okay, let's rephrase it. Just let's go for.
You can just replace it with Gamescom.
Yeah, let's go for it. Well, you've been to Gamescom, and could you tell us, please? Could you tell us what part WoW community plays in your art development?
Well, I started 4 years ago now. It's 4 years in cosplay, and since then, I guess everything changed, because I learned not only how to work with different materials and how to paint better or whatever. I learned through like watching others and progress of others and visiting conventions where you have to walk in your costumes, I learned how to actually build costumes that work on your body, and I think I'm doing okay right now. So yeah, there is a lot of development, and I think there is a lot of space to do more development.
Your followers admit that you are always open to some new techniques, and you're using them in your costumes and cosplays, of course. So where do you get this amount of motivation and energy?
Where do I get my motivation? I don't know. It's just an inner, like I really need to do something, and I'm coming like out of the game community, and I love to see characters coming to life. And when I try different techniques, it's always you have to figure out something which seems impossible. Like you have something flying around or something like that, and you have to find new techniques. And that's also something which is personally for me a motivation by itself, because I can solve a problem no one has ever done before, and I love that.
And do you think that that cosplayers should more stick to the original characters, or they are allowed to improvise, to add some details and elements of their own?
I think it totally depends, because I think it's absolutely okay if you're doing an original character or just changing a little parts of the costume. But I think for contests, if it's about how accurate a costume is, you should stick to the references. But for just having fun playing around, it's of course what you love and what you like.
And a few months ago, you posted on your Facebook page that cosplay isn't bringing so much joy as it used to, because it takes too much time, you're not spending enough time with your friends and family. So 6 months has passed, and is there any solution? Have you found the right balance?
Yeah, actually back at that time I tried to invest more in cosplay to probably get a very professional cosplayer, but I'm studying and I'm working and I'm doing cosplay and I'm having at least a little bit of private life, so it was too much. Right now I decided to not force myself into doing everything for others, because that's something you easily can slide in when you present your cosplays online, because there is feedback and it's just human that you react to feedback and feel better if you get good feedback. I still got that, even though I'm not constantly posting something. And this was just like a thank you for doing your work, even though it's not super much and you only produce one costume. And I've been very thankful for that support from my community. And I think that's like the solution for me here. Just keep on going, but I don't want to force myself into stressful deadlines or something like that anymore. Yeah.
To sum up, what would you wish to all the fans in Latvia and Baltic region?
Sorry, can you repeat it?
Sure. I can be louder. To sum up, what would you like to wish to the whole fans? Oh, let me try it.
We're doing pretty well here.
That's all right. Yeah, let's get down to business. To sum up,
yeah.
What would you like to wish to all the fans in Latvia and Baltic states?
Well, I would like to say thank you for having me here, and it was an amazing time I already had. I met so many cool people of you. Keep on going, doing awesome cosplays and amazing performances. I'm really floored.
1, 2, 3, for the art!
For the